Welcome back to the channel. I'm taking a break from working on my 65 Impala, trying to put it back together for an event this spring to talk about my 1977 Monza Town Coupe. That's what it is, 1977 Chevrolet Monza Town Coupe. It looks like a Vega. Well, it's because they kind of sit on the same chassis. There's a lot in common. But I just bought this to replace that. My 1950 Chevy, which I think is just a little bit too much work for me in order to build a race car for. I want to do Hot Rod Drag Week, and I want to do Rocky Mountain Race Week more. And I figured I'd start with a little bit like car. I've been doing it in my big heavy Impala. I have a 76 El Camino I could build a race car out of. But that's been turning into my daily driver. So, came across this on Marketplace. Yes, it's yellow. All right, here it is. As you can see, it is not a total rust bucket wrecked model. The front bumper is still in it. The grill's in it. The headlight buckets still look good. The header panel still looks good. There is a little bit of a dent here in the hood. And the birds have been having fun with it. Even it comes with dual sport mirrors. Get out of the shade here. See, still has the tail lights. All the glass is in it. And there's no rust really. I mean, it looks like they had some rust issues up here on the roof. It looks like something hit the roof there. Then they beat it back out. But all the glass is in. And I was looking at this in between rainstorms. And it was dry inside. And it smells a little mousy. So I've been kind of trying to figure out where the mouses were. I think they might have gotten rid of a lot of them. These, let me back this video up so you can see. There we go. These are like the interior garnish moldings. By this time they're all plastic. And looks like the mice has been eating that one. That's just rotting away. And some metal pieces here. It came with these swivel buckets. That's right. These are race buckets, but they're sitting on like the 73 to 77 GM swivel bucket bases. You can see their purple bases down here. There we go. It looks like they came out of a red car originally. But the dash is all in it. It shows 76,000 original miles. It could be more than that, but I think in the condition of the car, I think it actually was original to the car. The dash is mostly complete. The car does come with the heater controls and the heater box, which is in the trunk. I'll show you that in a minute. All the switches are there. There's a little bit of breakage down here, and I'm not sure what that's from. I can see all the original wiring is still in it. That's for this corrugated one here. That's for the heater box and heater fan relay. That, you see that? That is a heater. That's a seat buzzer. It's no wonder it's unplugged. Every time you turn the key on, oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see if we can focus in on that. I think somebody was having a problem with a fuse popping all the time. See the fuses with the paint stripes on it? Those are original to the car. And as you can see, the floorboard is mostly solid, except for this area here needs a little patching. I mean, it's still solid. I mean, it's a little bit, yeah, this area up here needs a little bit of work. But the rockers are good. The door jambs are good. You can see it used to have a headliner in it. They took that out. Oh, has a no-name radio cassette deck in it. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, the window does roll down. The window crank was taken off. Look at that. And the window has remnants of, I don't know if you can see it on camera. See that kind of like filmy stuff? That was from a tent when window tint that they took off, and they didn't get a razor blade and get all that crap off of there. So that's pretty nice. Yeah, that, see that? I mean, the door striker needs to be pulled in a little bit. The door striker pin needs to be pulled in a little bit. Open this door. And get my finger out of the shot here. Look at that. Oh, that's a nasty noise. Look at that. Rolls up and down. Perfect. This floor over here is... it looks solid. I just think it's a little bit of surface rust in here. I'll probably just wire brush this and see what I got, and if it looks pretty good and solid still, I'll probably just PR-15 the floor over here. As you can see here, the back seat is still in it, and it's not all ripped up. It's in good shape. I like how these have like the same kind of seat setup as like a Camaro, where the tunnel separates the lower cushions. It's kind of like a second gen, third gen Camaro. The lap belts and seat belts, well, there's a part of the seat belt here. Let's check under the hood. Alrighty. Hold on one second. I'm like dirt running down in the hood. So, as you can see, it doesn't come with the drivetrain, which is probably a good thing. But it does show that it had the V8 mounts in it. They're still in it, which is cool. It's got new hardware in there, so somehow these were out. Maybe when they pulled the motor, or they were going to put an engine in it. It still has the 3-core radiator, which, let's see here. Hang on a second. And the nice thing is all the wiring is here. It's not butchered. Doesn't look like they had a lot of crap that they added to it. And I can reuse it. And you can see that it was repainted at one time. But you see, I don't think all the brake lines are supposed to be painted. There's overspray on the wiper motor. There's overspray on the brake lines and on the ground wires for the headlights. They replaced the battery tray with a steel plate, steel motor mounts for a 3V8, and then, oh yeah, there's overspray on the speedometer cable. Let's look in the trunk. Look at that. Works perfectly. Okay, so here's like some of the interior pieces that were out of the car. The side panels for the rear seat, like the armrests. This is goes around the rear window. That's like that armrest. There's an extra glove box. Here's the heater for the heater core. Looks like it needs a new heater core. At least have it flushed and checked. Here's a Ziploc bag full of extra bolts and stuff and little wiring bits. Heater controls are here. This goes on the firewall. This is for your heater. Looks like it used to have a mouse in it one time. See how it's rusted on the inside? That's for mouse pee. That could be explaining some of the smell. You might have taken it all out in order to find the mice nests. I was wondering about a name for this. I don't know. I'm terrible at naming cars. I'm not like Freiberger, who seems to come up with these cool names for all of his cars. But I saw this taped into the car, and I saw that. Yeah, look at that. Cousin Eddie. Do you think it'd be a cool name for a car? Another car? Cousin Eddie? Oh, I mean, that's totally disco 70s era, like Cousin Eddie's dress. White patent leather shoes is all you need, and an ugly polyester suit, and you could sell this car on a brand new dealer lot. What do you think? In the comments, do you think Cousin Eddie make a good name for this guy? Under the car, in the rear, it has a 4-lug in it. See, 4-lug rear differential. I don't know what the difference between the 4 and the 5-lug is. I don't know if the 5-lug was stronger, but that's a 7.5 inch. It's made out of glass. It'll blow up if you put any power to it. But it's obviously been out of the car. They cut the big brake hoses and removed it there. So the brake lines are still intact. Though I probably have to replace them when I do the wheel cylinders, but I'm not going to use this differential anyways because it won't survive. I'd probably get rid of those air shocks and the coils and maybe do a coil over. What do you think? And I don't know what those holes are for, but they look like they have an imprint in them from something being in there, but I don't know what. And you can see the floorboard's really good shape. This is where the gas tank would be mounted. It doesn't have a gas tank. That's the spare tire well. It's not all rusted out. You can see that looks like they hooked something on it and yanked on it. And I don't know what this window does behind the rear wheel here, besides collect dirt back here. So what do you guys think? Do you think this should build this car as a race car? I always wanted to build a screaming small block for a little light car. This would be perfect for it, wouldn't it? I mean, it'd be great. I have a 327 on the floor. I also have a 6-liter. You can always do that. Thought about running Rowdy Radio and Rocky Mountain Race Week, or that route. I don't know what they call it in the 235 class and drag week. 8th mile. Nice light little car. Should go real fast. I have to run with steep gears though. I have to run in the 5s to be competitive. I mean, like 5s. So that means an 850 cage in the car, which wouldn't be that big of a deal in a car like this. What do y'all think? Is it a cool car? Let me know in the comments. And if you've hung out with me underneath the car this long, thanks for watching. I enjoy it, and if you like and subscribe, remember, subscribing to a channel does not cost you money. Becoming a member costs you money, but I don't have any memberships. I'm not doing that yet, and I probably won't. I don't need to have people pay me $2 a month in order to have an extra video a week. Sorry, I'm not doing that yet. I'm not quite that big, but I do appreciate you watching. Thanks for watching. And if you like this kind of content, if you have any questions, hit me up. We'll have a conversation right here underneath the Monza. What do you think?